Good morning.
All right, let's see what's going on. Hey, you're on the air. How are ya?
Am I on the air?
Yeah, you want to be?
Hello.
Oh my gosh!
Sounds like your dad.
I know who this is.
Yeah, I was calling in to wish you a happy birthday. Number 59, I believe. A wondrous day, but it just got ruined.
Why's that?
I'm just into all the garbage that was spewed out of Verlie's mouth.
Oh, sorry. You feel
I
that
have
way.
never heard anything so terrible in my whole life.
Mm.
Colin Kaepernick had cops that sucked pigs on his socks. And he was disrespectful to the national anthem. And he's terrible. I wouldn't have anything to do with Nike or anything else. And I just want to make some comments here. And I'm so upset. I can't even sleep at night now. Freedom of speech is out the window. And I get up and I hear her talk about, Donald Trump did not incite anything. Okay? And we don't know who those people were that were creating that. I wonder how many of those were thugs paid by George Soros. Okay, that's item one. John Sullivan is one of the guys from Black Lives Matter. He was there. There was another guy that admitted that he was paid. So we don't know who all these thugs were. And you're blaming Donald Trump for it. And he's being censored. The President of the United States is being censored, who I consider to be the best president that I've had in my 81 years. Better than even Reagan.
All right.
Now, back to the vote. I want to ask a question. I want to ask, wait a minute. I want one question. How much votes did Donald Trump lose the election by?
Like 6 million, right?
No. He lost by 44,000.
Okay.
20,000 in Wisconsin, 12,000 in Arizona, 10,000 in Georgia. That's what, 42? And if you add up, it's like 43,000, a little more. And how many of those were dead voters? Well, you know that Joe Biden is being recommended for sainthood. Did you know that? Do you know why? Because he was able to resurrect all these voters from the dead to vote for him and give him the presidency. Now, that's how close it was. I can't say that now. I'll be censored. I can't go on Facebook. I'll be censored. I'll be censored if I say anything about what went on at the Capitol. And look at all the people that are being censored now. Josh Hawley, Simon & Schuster's taken his book away. What else is going on? Everything. The whole world is upside down. And let me tell you something about my neighbor. She said she came from Ukraine at the age of 15 to get away from communism and the fact that didn't have freedom of speech. And she said, and this was 2 weeks ago, she says, I can't believe that it's happening here in the United States. And look how much is going over. Look at everything that's happened here. All the major corporations and the big tech and all that stuff. And Verlie, you're just jumping on board.
All right, slow down. So you're not sleeping at night? What's up with that?
Well, because freedom of speech. I have no freedom of speech. It's out the window. Nobody does.
Oh, wait a second. All right, but slow down.
The president has no freedom of speech.
That is definitely a public policy debate, and it comes out. And what are we going to do here as a country? But I think that there are a lot of people in your position on both sides that are taking it into their homes. The issues that are happening on the national stage. And I just worry that it's working you up a little too much.
No, it's where it's going to be in the future.
What are you most worried about the future about?
Well, I'm worried about my kids, my grandkids. You think it can't happen here? This is communism, really.
All right, but my point is that you're actually an example of what I think is happening in a lot of homes, and I hear it here on a regular basis. You're very open about it, but it's coming in, and it affects as if you're in a tizzy, you're not sleeping at night, That's natural right now with what's going on in the country, no matter where you are. But the question is, can you get a hold of that and not let it, control your emotions and your sleep and that kind of stuff? That's the part that I care about.
How do you put it aside when you see everything that's going on? You can't.
Well, what about watching some sports instead of watching all this stuff?
What? You told me one day not to wear my Make America Great hat.
When did I tell you that?
When I had Dave Herring's.
Dave Herring's.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. So I can't wear my hat. I'm wearing it every day. And then my next step is, and you don't know where this is going. Honest to God, when my neighbor told me what she said, and she's my age, she's by herself. I don't even know if she's got the internet.
I know who you're talking about. Now listen, the issue is you and your neighbor, and and there are a lot of people in your group, especially older people, that are all turned around about this. And that
I'm not turned around. I am not turned around.
Sounds like you're angry.
How can you not be angry?
Okay, but here's the thing.
Wait a minute. Here's one thing. I mean, the election was a fraud. They stole the election. They know it. The Democrats stole the election. You see, I can't say that because that's
okay. You can say that. You just did, and that's an opinion, and that is a solid opinion, and you can have that.
No, that's a fact.
All right. All right. Well, we would argue that point about exactly what's an opinion and what's a fact, but the issue is you get to the heart of what keeps me up at night, and that isn't necessarily the public policy or the actual agenda things that you're talking about, is that I know that there are a lot of people like you that are really upset right now, and what are we going to do with that as a people? And I'm glad we're bringing this out. This is a family thing right now. Me and my brothers and sisters are worried about you because, you're...
Don't worry about me.
That's not true, Dad.
I can take care of myself.
I understand.
I don't need to be worried about.
That is so... Anyways, well, I'm going to worry anyways, and so are all four of your other children and your grandkids and all of your... In other words, anybody that is this upset about this stuff, and it happens daily. You should see people come here, Dad, and they want to tell me about things as I'm going to the car. And, they want to say, hey, what about this? What about that? And I'm like, hey, listen, I disengage from it, and I got to find a way to convince people that what we're going through is another stage of life and that we're going to get through it on the other side of it as Americans. That's something that is got to be part of the equation. Anyways, let's go back to the first part.
They're not going to get across because big tech and all the corporations, everybody else, and George Soros and everything else is going on in this world. Yeah, but look at... And you think it's not going to change?
I am very upset. I have been talking about that for years, about the problems with big tech and where this is going, and I've been bitching about it from years. But one thing that we have to note here that you don't have to worry about is that you're calling in to your son's radio station, and you can say pretty much whatever you want. That's not going away. Okay? Yeah. That's all. That's something to start with, okay?
If I got to worry about whether they're going to come at my house now.
No one's going to come to your house. Yeah. No one's going to... I mean, there's... Dad, the stuff you just said...
I tell you, I wasn't going to say a word until I listened to all that garbage that Verlie spewed.
All right, we went through that. All right, slow down. Slow down, okay? Thank you for the happy birthday message. And try to hear my message, okay? At some point, you got to disengage from some of this, all right? I'm taking the happy birthday message, and we got to find a way to maybe lessen the effect of some of this stuff, all right?
Yeah.
All right, slow down, Dad.
It goes back to when people stole my Trump signs out of my yard, too. That's what started this all.
All right. So slow down.
Idiots.
Okay. All right. Dad, are you okay?
What?
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
All right, good. That's all I need to know, all right? Because I got to go to work now, okay?
Just want to know what started me, and it's a garbage.
Who stole your Trump signs?
Who what?
Who stole your Trump signs?
Well, I wished I knew. I'd go after him if I knew who stole it.
Huh.
They stole one up the street that I gave to a friend too.
Really?
That's how the Democrats are.
All right, we don't want to go on that anymore.
This country is going through. Remember what my neighbor said. She never thought she would see this in this country.
All right. Hey.
Never. And she come from.
All right, Dad. Why don't you do me a favor, okay? Will you get your neighbor to call me?
I'm not going to have her. She wouldn't call you.
She doesn't have to identify herself. Tell her I can.
No. She's.
All right.
You want me to have her call you?
Yeah, I want to hear what she has to say about what she's equating. We can learn from something like that if she's already gone through this. All right, Dad, I got to go. I will talk to you later. Hey, Dad, where was I born?
Born at St. Elizabeth Hospital in Lafayette, Indiana, at 11:55.
And then you knew right when I was born like this, the sky opened up and there was this shining light that came out, right? Or was it Larry Judas's bald head? I forget.
Well, he wasn't bald then, but it was your breech baby that made a rough, your breech birth that made it rough on your mother that she was in the hospital for 9 days.
Sorry about that. I'm still upset, though, that Larry Judas upset my mom that much by climbing up a drain spout and sticking his head in the hospital room. You know that she was traumatized by that. You realize that, right?
No, she wasn't.
I know. I'm kidding. All right, Pop. See you later.
Okay. Bye.
Talk to you. All right, I'll be right back on the voice and face of the region.